Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm going to be doing a quick first impressions video of my time playing Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD on Xbox consoles. Now, before we get started, we will be doing a full review on the channel in some way, either a full review video or as part of our upcoming We Blow Carts podcast episode, where we're going to be covering and talking about the Oddworld series of games. So keep an eye out on the channel for that soon, but I just wanted to talk about this because it's out literally this week. It came out on the 11th of the 2nd, 2022. It's developed and published by Oddworld Inhabitants, and I was lucky enough to get a copy of this before the game came out, so I've been able to play this for a little bit prior to release, so big thank you to them for that. Now, this game originally came out quite a while back on sort of, I believe it was on like Xbox and PS2. It may have just been on PS2 and stuff like that a long time ago. But it's finally coming out on sort of all modern consoles. It's coming out on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and I believe PC as well. They've given this a nice sort of HD remaster coat of paint. It's exactly the same game, but obviously it runs a lot better and it has a much nicer coat of paint. All the sort of textures look fantastic and stuff like that. Now, the game itself is playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, and it does have Xbox One X enhancements. So if you've got an Xbox Series X or an Xbox One X, you'll get up to 60 FPS plus and 4K resolutions. So the story of this game is in the dusty, undeveloped wastelands of Western Mudos, cantankerous townsfolk find their settlements besieged by belligerent outlaws. Along comes Stranger, the main character, a tall, dark, and enigmatic bounty hunter with a mission to capture troublemakers and scoundrels and return them to civilized townships for incarceration. But Stranger is keeping a secret and needs expensive surgery to survive. In his quest to earn enough Moolah, Stranger reluctantly accepts the ultimate bounty from the owner of the Mongo River, and suddenly his adventure takes a very different turn. That's pretty cool. Like I say, I really enjoy this. Like I say, I'd never played this originally when it came out. Like, as my history of Oddworld games was Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Exodus, and then I've just played the new I played the remaster on PS4 of Abe's Odyssey, and then I played the newest one on an Xbox Series X recently, the new game that just came out. So this is one of the few Oddworld games I'd never touched, and I'd always been interested in it because I love the sort of first person aspect to it. And basically what you do in this game, you pick up sort of like bounty missions. As you can see on the screen, you pick them up, you go out, you hunt them down, and you capture them, and then you return to the towns and sort of sell those bounties on, basically. Now, you get more if you keep them alive than you would if you keep them dead, but it all depends on your sort of play style and how you go about it to what happens. And first thing first, the game looks really great. They've done a really good job with the remaster. It runs really well. And I really love the first person mechanics of the game. I love how you pick up like the critters as your ammo. So you can have two different types of ammo at once. And each of them can be used in different ways to sort of progress through levels. So you've got like a general sort of shooting one. You've got like a web gun. You've got like one that sort of attracts enemies to a certain point and stuff like that. And it handles really well. You basically got this like super sort of crossbow that fires these little critters out basically as ammo. Now, you can also go into third person, which you are seeing on the screen now, for sort of exploration, platforming sections. There's a lot of them in the game. Combat as well. Like when you're in first person, you can punch your enemies, but when you're in third person, you have a few different moves that you can do as well. Now, I preferred the first person to the third person control scheme. I did when you're in third person, it just there's something not right about it. Like it feels like off, like it needs inverting or something like that, or something just didn't feel quite right. Whereas in first person, it felt so much smoother to me. But as I've played more, like I say, I still haven't finished the full story. I'm still working through it, which is why I'm not doing the full review till like the We Blow Kart show. But as you progress, and I was playing it more, I was getting used to it. But it does play like an old school game. Like I say, it doesn't play like a modern shooter or a platform. It plays very much like sort of an old school game. But I really enjoy it. I like to say you're sort of taking on these sort of like outlaws. You can sort of fight them one to one, or like go at them and attack them, or you can sort of be more stealthy, sort of trick them into things, stuff like that. And then once you do that, you sort of suck them up, and they're in your sort of bounty bag basically, which you can then cash in at the end of the game, like at the end of each of the areas, should I say, not the end of the game. Now, the voice acting's really cool in it. I like the sort of westerny sort of theme of it all. I love the like whoever does the voice for the main character does a really cool job. Definitely reminds me of like sort of like a lone cowboy. Really love it. The story so far has been very interesting. It's drawing me in. So I'm really looking forward to playing more of this game, and I'm so glad that I finally got to play it after years and years of always seeing it and being like, I'd really like to play that. I wonder what it's like. It looks so different and unique. Maybe I should play it. So now I've actually gone out of my way, picked up the game, like I say, and been able to do a proper video on it. And I'm looking forward to talking about it in full once I finish the campaign and like finish the story, and I can give my full sort of thoughts. But so far, early game, like I say, a couple of hours in, I'm really enjoying the game. It looks fantastic, handles really well. They've done a very good job of remastering it for modern consoles. The only downside is, like I say, obviously it is exactly the same game, so it does feel slightly dated in its control scheme, and some of the platforming sections and stuff like that, and the puzzles definitely feel of the time. But if you've never experienced this game before, I highly recommend picking it up. And if you have played this game before, these new remasters are the best way of playing it. Like I say, it looks so much nicer than the original release. They've done a fantastic job with that, so definitely check it out. And it is priced at the moment on the Xbox store in the UK at £16.74, which I think is quite a fair price for a full sort of full-size game. I know it is a retro game as such, but it has been remastered. They've improved it and stuff like that. So I definitely think you should check it out. It is one of the better remasters I've played in a long, long time. Definitely worth the price, and it definitely won't disappoint you. But that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit like, hit subscribe. Have you played this game before? Did you play it when it first came out? Let us know down in the comments, and let us know what other sort of games you'd like to see us play as well. I'd really like to play, and I'd see a remaster of the one that came out on Xbox. Do you know, with Abe and the other little one, Muncher's Odyssey, is it? That one I haven't played either, so I'd love to try that game as well in the future. I'd love to see some more remasters of classic games like this as well. But that's it, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.